What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So in this one, we are talking about Mullen again. We've got a lot to talk about, potential Fortune 500 deal. A lot of different news is speculating around this stock. We've got the shareholder meeting coming tomorrow. I'm recording this on Monday night, but it's technically going to be today, the day that I'm posting it. But let's go ahead and kind of just get straight into Mullen. So first up, shareholder meeting is going to be at 9:30 a.m. Eastern on July 26th. And this is happening in New York City with the Nasdaq. So we're going to see what is going on. There's a lot of speculation, but to talk about this, in one of the calls published yesterday, and this article was published last week, it was revealed that Mullen has successfully made the modifications requested by the Fortune 500 customer. Still, technically it is unknown. There is a lot of speculation, but nobody truly knows. This is positive, and it suggests that the annual meeting next week will not be just a routine meeting. My guess is that we will get another update about the Fortune 500 order, which could be really big. This could be a massive catalyst. The stock has been pretty low on volume and pretty flat over the past few days, the past week alone. Ever since about the 11th of July, been trading very, very flat. And if we can get bullish news, definitely upside potential that could send us. All we're missing right now is some volume, in my personal opinion. Looking about some more stuff. Not sure if anyone noticed, but they're looking for engineer for interior seats. Looking for this type of stuff is definitely really, really big. So more bullish catalyst on the stock, showing that Mullen is definitely taking every step possible to get this stuff going. Now on the stock today, Mullen off exchange is over 71%. That's some really high off exchange volume. Dark pool volume like that is very questionable. Makes you think, what is going on with the stock? Why do these short sellers want to keep the stock from going down, from going up, and keep it staying flat or downward pressure? And the main reason is I truly believe that the momentum is just building and building and building, and the short sellers are trying to prepare themselves for potentially this stockholder meeting coming today. Let's go ahead and talk further about Mullen. Why choose Nasdaq headquarters to do their earnings? It could be a buy-up or a merger. I am thinking of a merger with a larger company. I would be very, very surprised if Mullen decided to take a merger with a new company. That'd be very big. I think that it's going to kind of come up to different things in them in hopes that they can dilute the shares. And I don't mean that in a FUD way, in a bad way. I just mean it in the way that Nasdaq, stocks, it just does resemble that idea. And also, I think that they're going to be announcing some pretty big news, such as who the Fortune 500 company is, or just more details on who that company is and what they're doing, what they're planning on doing. And I think that them being at the Nasdaq headquarters is definitely going to provide what they do need: volume, exposure, and different things like that, which could be very, very bullish for this company. Now, looking more into what's been going on with the stock, Mullen, I want to talk about the dilution a little bit. Dilution with a big fat reason is a good sign. No dilution is a good sign. We can only win. And I do kind of agree with this. First up, dilution, it's good because it's going to provide Mullen with more money. It's going to provide them with the opportunity to grow their company. It's going to provide them with a ton of different things that are very beneficial for the company and the growth. And if they don't get that dilution, they're not going to get that money, but your shares cannot be diluted. And it could potentially turn your shares into worth more, but it's going to be more difficult in a growth aspect if they don't get that dilution. And remember, I know they're going from 500 million outstanding shares to 1.75 billion, but that does not necessarily mean that all these shares are going to be diluted tomorrow, today. So that is very important. I do think with all the dilution, this could be a very big move if they get things going very correctly. Now, looking more into this failure to deliver on the stock, pretty interesting. We got some volume that could be coming in very soon with people trying to cover themselves, but it's all speculation. We could see that volume that we really do want to see. So I'd really like to see this, especially with the price being a lot higher back then. Going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, how this pans out. But another thing I did want to touch on, if you have not seen this already, is Mullen's stock analyst rating and some institutional activity that's been going on. So first up, the stock analyst rating. The median price target right now is exactly 2,200% upside. This is covered by 7 analysts. The buy percentage is at 83. I believe 6 divided by 7 is like 83%, if I'm not mistaken. So that means one was like bearish, if anything, maybe a hold rating, and the rest are all buy. So keep that in mind. I mean, we have right here 1 analyst hold, 4 buy, 2 strong buy. So this is definitely bullish activity. Upside is absurd. You know, these analysts they're not here to throw insane price targets, because these analysts kind of have their name on the line, their company's on the line. And if there's just analysts out there making insanely bullish remarks that are just impossible, you know, it doesn't only give them a bad rep, but it does give their companies that they're working for, the firms, not a good rep either. And so this could be a potential gold mine that we're looking at right now. I do believe Mullen has huge upside potential, especially with just everything they've been working on. And institutional activity that we're seeing right now. Integrated Advisors Network LLC invests 33 grand in Mullen Automotive. You know, other institutional investors and hedge funds have also recently made changes to their position. RNC Capital during the fourth quarter bought 44K. C2C Wealth Management bought a new stake worth 103,000. You know, we have Deutsche in the fourth quarter 2021 buying 251 grand. Institutional investors own 62.46% of the company's stock, which is really big. You know, it's a pretty big number. And that not only shows conviction, or not only shows like that a lot of this float is not necessarily floating per se, but that shows a lot of belief in this company. You know, there's a ton of EV stocks, and I do believe that Mullen is one of those ones. You know, technically, you know, you could call it a startup if you want, but one of those ones that's going to be a huge one in my personal opinion, but I could be completely wrong. You know, everything I say is not financial advice, but I'm going to wrap up this video right now. So if you did enjoy it, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and you turn on those post notifications so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, potentially some more Mullen content, whatever it is. I'm always trying to find the best stocks out there to help you make the greatest returns in the market. Check out my Discord server, links in the description down below, and get some free stocks on Webull, M1 Finance, whatever it is. You go choose. Links are all in the description down below. And I will see you at the next video.